my group chat told me. I'm like, yo, y'all, like, am I tripping? Like, did I do something wrong? And it was like, no, girl, I think he's just not interested. Like, I think he's ghosting you. Like, I was still at the time, I wasn't emotionally intelligent enough to realize what was going on. I immediately turned it in on myself and like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Did I offend him? Did I do X, Y, and Z? Because love bombing and gaslighting affects people who aren't secure with themselves or at a certain like level the most. So instead of me saying like, this nigga's playing in your face, I immediately thought,
what did you do?
Exactly.
It makes sense.
And these are the people who it affects the most. So when my group chat was like, no, sis, I think he ghosting you. My next emotion is immediately rage. Like, oh, who the fuck you think you are? Like, you know what I mean? But he eventually responded. And that's when I really saw what was going on because he tried to make it seem like nothing happened.
Wait, like the thing. Well, he tried to make it seem like there had been no distance between you.
Talking about like I was just busy. I didn't not write you for like.
We don't have to talk every day. And this is when now the gaslighting comes in because you're trying to make it seem like what I'm experiencing isn't valid. Mm-hmm. And then when I point out these situations to you, now you want to deflect. Okay, well, what about that time you did such and such? That's not what we're talking about right now. It's like
I asked you to do that.
You spread your cheeks. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I saw it. Okay,
it was actually a demand, not even a request.
I mean, this is American Sign Language. If I ever seen it, this is ASL. So yeah, I mean, you know, players fuck up too, Craig. You live and you learn.
But that's the thing, and I think, and this is just what so much to just peel back. I think that love bombing victims, a lot of times, they either didn't have the love that they always wanted growing up, or they're so used to getting the love that they always wanted. So it either creates a desire because you want to experience that love, or it creates a norm for you to think that is overly normal to you. So then they don't have that balance, right? Which makes you easily to be a victim. Of somebody to easily do this and run game on you in that way. Now, the love bombing suspect, in my opinion, is allegedly, right? Is usually a person I don't believe had real male figures in their life, because men, I mean, this is just my own perspective. The men that I've grew up with.
You look at the camera on this one.
The men that I grew up with do not, we don't condone that. They don't condone you love bombing. They don't condone that, oh, I love you. And like, tricking is different than love bombing, right? Like, he started tricking on you first, which made you easily to be love bombed. You know what I'm saying? Here's a spa care treatment. All right, go ahead. We didn't even do nothing yet. But love bombing is like, yo, I love you. I really care about you. I'm trying to show you how much I care about you so then I can get you to realistically, manipulate and control you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So things that it's a tactic pimps do, by the way. Pimps love bomb and get women to love them so much by love bombing them that they're willing to do whatever he says, even at her own detriment. And usually, if you do look at the studies, the clinical studies on a lot of women that do have pimps, they typically didn't have the easiest or best upbringings. So they make them, again, an easy love bombing victim. But
all right,
I love bombed the girl one time because I thought I loved her.
You know what I mean?
I feel like you can. What happens to people? Can you love? Like, you can love bomb by accident.
You know what's crazy? I was gaslighting by accident. I didn't know it.
You were doing it?
I was doing it.
Wow.
I was doing it. You know what's crazy? I always say this shit, like, being single for the past 4 years was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because if I didn't, I would have never went to therapy and I wouldn't have found out I was the fucking problem. Surprise, surprise. I was the bitch gaslighting. I didn't know it. I didn't know that these are things that you could do. Like, my last relationship, he would tell me, like, these are problems that I have. And my number one response would be, it's not that deep. Making someone feel like their feelings are important or they aren't valid is a number one sign of gaslighting. But I didn't know. That's just, in our community, like, you got feelings, that's that weak shit. We don't want to hear that. Like, it's not that deep. Like, that's just how we move. That's how we operate. And just like as therapy and as time kept going on, I'm like, wow, it was me. I didn't know.
Did you apologize?
I did. I took him out to dinner 2 years later after I had reached a certain point in my therapy journey. And I told him, like, yo, I apologize. I was fucked up.
Question is like, what do you do when you have had an epiphany and you notice, you identify that you've been gaslighting? Like, what do you do? I'm gonna be honest. I think I would be like more offended than anything, but you're really trying to play on my top. Like I'm a dummy.
Well, you are. You've been gaslit.
Not dummy.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
You're my dummy,
I'm
not
gonna-
a dummy. It's a big
I'm
difference.
gonna feel like you like,
You think you could play with me?
yeah, and you know I'm petty, so I think I'm going to like equal and what is it? Equal and opposite reaction, like just with a little more razzle dazzle on it, and
That's not equal.
No, so but just it's just like a little, you know, a little sprinkle, yeah. So the baseline is equal and opposite reaction, but then got a little
sprinkle on it.
So look, wait. How do you as a person realize that they're being gaslit? Like that's
it's probably not till later. I would imagine.
I've had a lot of experience with manipulation and gaslighting that I recognize when it's happening
as a suspect or victim.
In the moment, in both ways. I've actually told someone before when I've realized it, because I've been doing some very, very much deep self-awareness.
She's 25.
Self-realization, and I have been a manipulator in my last relationship. I have. And I recognize when it's being done to me. I know when I'm doing it. Like, I know when I'm trying to receive a certain reaction from someone by saying something. And even though someone might not think like, oh, I'm manipulating this person because they're doing X, Y, and Z, you are. And I recognize that, and I know when it's being done to me. And I become very, like, to the point where it's just like, okay, well, don't do that. Because you're doing that because you're trying to get me to feel that way. And I feel this way, and you don't care about how I'm feeling. You want me to try to get me to be sympathetic to what you're feeling. And that's how I approach things now. I'm very talkative when it comes to these things now. Like, I can be defensive, but I like to talk through things because I recognize things. So I'll talk about how I'm feeling or what I recognize. That doesn't mean it has to be an argument. I'm like, we need to be able to talk this out, because if I just pretend like I don't know what you're doing, I can sit here and argue with you, or I can just walk away and mark you a tally until I get to 5 tallies, and then I just be like, all right.
Right. So these are some signs or phrases. If someone says, "I've never said that,"
I'm scared.
That's Amanda right there. "I did that because I love you" is sickening.
Trash.
I would never even.
Wait, you said I never said that as a gaslighting term?
Yeah.
But you said that.
But
you did say
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can't remember.
That's another gaslight.
I don't recall.
They say deny is a form of
I'm
gaslighting.
not gonna lie, but I do be forgetting a lot of shit.
No, exactly. I don't remember. So if I don't remember, then
I
This is Aaron's favorite.
If
You
you
are
say
the
so?
issue, not me.
No, I don't say that.
Well, like it's a you problem. It falls along the lines.
Oh, yeah,
of,
yeah.
You know,
Definitely not a me problem.
you're being dramatic,
Yeah.
overly sensitive. I don't know why you're making this such a big
Why
deal.
you tripping?
It's not that deep.
Wait, we have to translate this
it's
into
not
like
that deep.
us. Like it's like, why you tripping?
You bugging out.
Yeah, you bugging.
But me.
You bugging. Yeah, that's definitely a New York situation. What do y'all say in Philly?
It's not that deep.
Oh, it's not that.
You're
It's not
wild.
that deep.
Just as shallow as your vagina.
What the hell?
It's not that deep. Wait. Start from
It
what?
says 4 zodiac signs that are likely to love bomb their partners.
Yeah.
Give the sign.
Okay. So I have to. Number 1 is Pisces.
Makes sense. Naisha, shout you out.
Number 2 is Gemini.
Oh.
Never done that in my life.
That's because you only do it selectively. When you really want something, y'all know how to go slither and get it. Go ahead. Next.
I know how to get it, but not by love bombing. But we shall go. Leo is number 3.
Makes sense.
Number 4, Scorpio.
Makes sense.
Oh, okay. Well, that's it. There were 4 signs.
Makes sense. I wouldn't own it.
Does it make
Yo,
sense?
so you don't love
It makes
mom?
sense to y'all.
I really don't know.
It don't make sense to me.
The zodiac signs natives are renowned for their profound thoughtfulness, sharp intellect, and wit. Since they are born under the sign of Mercury, the
Mhm.
planet of communication, Geminis have the capacity to utilize words to influence their partners
Mm.
in relationships and accomplish their goals.
I know that's right.
They'll overdo the flattery and praise for their lover,
Uh-huh.
eventually taking control
Is you?
of the dynamic in their union.
Mhm.
Oh.
Me and Stormy,
Mm.
we're Geminis.
Whew.
Rico is dating a Gemini.
First of all, I have had a lot of Geminis in my life. Some even came on the show as guests.
Nice. Well, his current girlfriend is a Gemini. So how do you feel about that?
Why would you put that out?
I don't want to see what happened.
Wait. First of all,
We'll go through the archives after.
Wait.
The archives
now let's talk
is
about.
crazy.
Go ahead, do your ESL. So much for intellect and wit.
Amanda,
Okay.
you just made me look back.
No, but-
you part of
but-
this.
But no, for real, Geminis do that though, and so do I know for a fact Geminis and Leos do that specifically. You know what I'm saying? Like Leos definitely love bomb because that's all they want is to be praised, and they feel like love is the best praise.
Leos.
Yeah,
Oh.
All of
Okay,
them
well,
do
that
it.
is-
all of them, every one of them,
Every
everyone.
last one of them,
As they
clearly.
tell.
This article is about gaslighting. So it's 6 zodiac signs most likely to gaslight you. Rico thinks he might be on this one, so he whispered. One is Aries.
Alan.
Alan be gaslighting me.
2 is Pisces. Pisces made it on both lists.
They're
You
toxic.
mean?
Facts.
They're
3 is
Okay.
Cancer.
Disgusting.
Leo. Leo made it on another list.
toxic.
5 is Libra. 6 is Scorpio.
I must be really healthy. You know,
You
I
ain't
think.
healthy.
Well, first of all, we're on the same boat.
Okay, yeah.
We
I
both
know.
didn't make the list. Thank you very much.
So why are you attacking me?
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Actually, it's us three.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I was on neither.
At 4.
I was on neither
Me,
list.
yeah, I said us 3.
Sagittarius is not.
I think a lot of people also love bomb and stuff, not just for control, but also just for placement and security.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
Isn't
people,
that control though?
well, maybe in control of your own fate, but
They're controlling the relationship.
No,
They're
the-
controlling their
You're calling
narrative.
the situation. That's what I'm saying.
well, you're trying to control. Like, yeah, like instead of because some people love bomb for control of the other person. Some people love bomb because they think that's what's going to keep them there.
Yeah, but
to
I
keep
think
the other person there.
No, keep themselves there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I have to demonstrate this amount of love or well, not gaslighting, but can you gaslight in a
Nothing.
positive way?
I think that a lot of the love bombing and the gaslighting comes from people who growing up weren't seen as that nigga or that bitch. So they're insecure. So when they gaslight and they love bomb, it's because they're trying to give themselves that validity
So that
they
people
never
can
had
like
growing
crave
up.
them like
Exactly.
that. Okay.
They were never the one to yearn. They were never the one of desires. So when they love bomb and they gaslight, they create this connection that is like you can't deny it. And they've never had it before. And it's addictive. So a lot of times when people love bomb and they gaslight, it has nothing to do with you. It's about something they need to feed within themselves. So they're just collecting bodies as they keep going
So
to
I didn't
feed
think
that.
about that.
I think if you were that dude or you did receive a whole bunch of affection growing up, I think if you received a lot of
Admiration.
love or you received a lot of admiration growing up, it all was surface level. Meaning if today or tomorrow I wasn't able to throw a ball as good or I wasn't as attractive or I didn't have as much money, I would have no value to the community, to the system, to these women. So now I have to create different levels of attraction and different strings and different ties to me because I don't have anything else. And I think that's where a lot of the love bombing and the gaslighting comes from.
But do you also could say that the love bombing comes from just what the fairy tales that women want?
okay, hold on.
Because why can't I ever talk, bro? You triggered right now, bro?
I'm not because it's
Just let him go.
But this is you talking.
This is
about
terrible,
what
bro.
you want. But go ahead.
Like,
It-
so,
yeah.
Do you think that love bombing could also stem from the fairy tales that some women want? Like, women can tell you, "Hey, I want, this whole fairy tale lifestyle. I want to be loved every day. I want to be treated like a princess." So, what a man will do to try to get that woman is just do what the game is. He's going to play that role, even though he might not feel it, believe it, and truly desire it, but he just desires her. In his mind, the way to get her is by giving her what she desires. if she desires to feel loved, if she's desired to feel appreciated, if she desires to really feel like she's the only woman on earth, sometimes some men who just want to get that girl is going to play the game to his advantage. Now, if girls or women didn't care about that, I don't think that would be so much of a tactic that men will use as often as they do right now.